Good morning, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me. We are doing lesson 227 today in A Course in Miracles. This is my holy instant of release. We start with the prayer. Father, it is today that I am free because my will is yours. I thought to make another will, yet nothing that I thought apart from you exists. I am free because I was mistaken and did not affect my own reality at all by my illusions. Now I give them up and lay them down before the feet of truth to be removed forever from my mind. This is my holy instant of release. Father, I know my will is one with yours. And so today we find our glad return to heaven, which we never really left. The Son of God this day lays down his dreams. The Son of God this day comes home again, released from sin and clad in holiness, with his right mind restored to him at last. That is the end of lesson 227. This is my holy instant of release. To understand, to have the revelation that we never left home and that we were only mistaken in all of our beliefs about separation. Consider what it's like to be gently woken up from a nightmare when you are having that horrible dream that you cannot escape, and it seems that doom and gloom and terror are your only options. And then someone gently wakes you up and you realize that nothing you were just believing was true or accurate or happening at all. It was happening in your mind, but it was not happening to you in truth. That is what we're able to do today as we allow ourselves to enter into this holy instant and to be released from all of those fears and all of that belief in separation. Let's see what Tina Spalding has to say. You are blessed beings indeed. I am that one that you know as Jesus. When you begin to understand how you cause your own suffering by chasing your idols, they become a lot less attractive to you. When you realize that your judgments about others, behaviors, or situations cause you suffering and you step back from that judgment, you get peace again. Your peace of mind is returned to you. You come to see that it is only your foolish wishes that cause you suffering. Let me reread that statement. You come to see that it is only your foolish wishes that cause you suffering. Wow. You are working to surrender to a greater guidance. That is what these lessons lead you toward. This is not easy to do. The ego does not want to surrender its power. It does not want to surrender its judgment. It feeds off judgment. It feeds off war. It feeds off conflict. To surrender to a will that is different from the ego's will not be easy at all because you are all ego driven. How do you know? You are here in separate bodies, each fighting for your own survival. That is the world of the ego. It is not the world that God created for you. The world that God created for you is a reality removed from the vision of the ego. The ego cannot see it, does not want it. Initially, it is very difficult to surrender to a will that seems foreign to you. As you practice these lessons and listen for guidance rather than the willful directives and maniacal desires of the ego, you will follow the subtle directive to do this or that, to say this or that, and to surrender to a situation, and you will stop deciding at the beginning whether something is good or bad. You will let things play out and see what it brings you. This is one of the great gifts of surrender. A situation will happen, and instead of leaping to the ego's decision, that is a terrible thing, you stay calm and open yourself to guidance. Perhaps you were fired from your job and all your financial fears come up. You choose instead to focus on the opportunity this change brings, and 2 weeks later, you are offered a job that you know you will enjoy. However, when the ego is in charge of a situation, you delve into deep fear and panic. Then you take the first job that you're offered, and you might miss that opportunity. But if you are calm and say, well, okay, this happened to me. I've been saying that I don't want to work there anymore. Perhaps this is an answer to your prayers. Stay calm and keep your eyes alert and keep your heart and hands open. You may very well be given a gift. Watch out for the fearful, panicking reactions. Strive instead for the calm and deliberate response of a being who has faith and know you are cared for. I am that one that you know as Jesus, and we will speak to you again tomorrow. This channeling reminds me of an old Eastern um, story that I have used many times in my teachings, and it was one that was taught to me, and I find it absolutely profound. There was a farmer, and he had a son, and they had one horse, and they lived in a small village, and people were very close in that village. And one day the horse ran out of its stall and ran away. And the people of the town gathered and said, "Oh my gosh, that's the worst news ever. This is terrible for you. That was your only horse. How awful for you. What are you ever going to do?" And the farmer looked at everyone and said, "Good or bad, I don't know. We'll have to wait and see." Shortly thereafter, the horse did return, and with it came an entire herd of Mustangs. And the village people came in and they said, "Oh my gosh, you're the luckiest person in the world. This is wonderful. Look at what's happened to you. You're so fortunate. We wish we had all of your luck." And the farmer said, "Good or bad, I don't know. We'll have to wait and see." Again, a little time went by, and the son was thrown from one of the horses while he was trying to train it, trying to break it. And he received a broken arm in that accident. And the village people ran in and said, "Oh my gosh, this is the worst awful thing that ever happened. You have such terrible luck." And the farmer said, "Good or bad, I don't know. We'll have to wait and see." And the week after that, all of the young men in the village were called up to serve in the army. And all of the townspeople gathered around and said, "You are the luckiest boy in the world for having that broken arm." And the farmer said, "Good or bad, I don't know." So allow yourself to not prejudge, to not have a knee jerk reaction, because most of the time, those things that seem like the worst thing that could happen are opportunities in disguise. And they can bring about for you some beautiful, miraculous change. And they may be that answer to a prayer, especially if you've been hating the situation that you've been in and you haven't been taking action. The universe will step in and just say, "It's time," and pull that rug out from under you. But usually, when that happens, there is an opportunity at hand for you. Seek the love in all of your experiences. Seek the gratitude in all of your experiences. It doesn't mean we're going to love absolutely everything that happens, but it will certainly change your perspective, which will change the opportunities that you will see. And when you change what you see, you will change what you choose. And when you change what you choose, you get to choose love every time. Have a great day. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye.